What's up, my dudes? A little under the weather today, but I would like to stream a little bit. I think it would take my mind off it a little bit. So, bonus stream incoming. So yeah, last time I woke up with the heebie-jeebs, which is always fun, because anxiety is one of the symptoms of zombification. But we haven't been scratched, we haven't been bitten, no lacerations, none of that stuff. So I feel like we're okay. But I always am a little troubled until that moodle goes away. As someone who has had characters straight up become zombified, you know when that anxiety moodle hits. It's like the first sign that you were just 100% boned. Oh, it's the worst. So yeah, let's see where we were in our exploits. We've pushed out pretty far to the north, which is nice. But I feel like we probably should double back and just hit all of these. Just all of that. There's a really cool house right here with a nice porch. But there's also usually a lot of zombies in the area as well. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, at the very least, yeah, let's head that way. Oh, I remember that. We found the herbalist. That's pretty cool. We should put that away somewhere nice. That is one of the nicer things to find. Being able to automatically know which mushrooms and berries are poisonous or not is really nice. Normally you need a really high cooking to get that effect. So, let's see here, I guess this would be health perhaps? Yes. See, now we got poultices. I have no idea where to find these things. But apparently, we can make these things. So that's pretty cool. Those things are a direct result of reading the herbalist book, I think. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So do we have some food? We probably have more stuff than we'd like to have on us right now, so let's fix that. And then yeah, let's keep the scavenger train going. We have all the gloves, man. Oh, it's so nice to see that anxiety tray go away. We're gonna go for maximum depression, maximum depressing look. Let's put the bottle of bourbon right next to the bed. There we go. That little that visual storytelling, man, that lets you know that things are troubled. So I'm not going to worry about this assembling. Do I hear zombies? I can't tell if it's the wind or if there's actually a zombie outside. The game just it seeks to troll you in that manner. It constantly keeps you guessing. Where are we with our skills at the moment? Oh, we're on the threshold of electrical 1. Now we definitely want that because that gives us that puts us one step closer to being able to hotwire cars. Very nice. So that's good. So now we just need the 2 metalworking and mechanics. Yeah, 2 mechanics. We'll have that. I think I'm just gonna dismantle these as a general rule because I'm just so paranoid of them going off. There. They've all been rendered into scrap. I don't have to worry about any of them going off at an extremely inopportune time. I think I'm gonna put the alarm clock up here for aesthetic purposes. I think it would be harder to hear on the 2nd floor as well. Could be mistaken on that, but I don't think so. Okay, that's better. We did almost have a zombie bust in because of that stuff, so we should take it seriously. And when you got the lucky tray, you just find things like entire first aid kits. You find all sorts of nice stuff. It's nice. I do like. There we go. That looks decent. This really is Manager Crap Simulator. We have 2 crowbars. Holy shit, I'm just not realizing that. Dang, we're mean. We're not to be trifled with. We have weapons of doom. Okay. Yeah, that one's on its way out, so that's perfect. Okay. Enough loot management simulator. Let's make our way over here. And make some progress in terms of scavenging. Telling you, man, that wind, that September wind, I'm not a fan. It really starts to howl. Let's keep our eyes out for Zeds. Because you know they're going to be out here. You know they're going to be out here. It's so funny when you don't play a game for a little while. You come back. Oh, I killed 8,000 things. I vaguely seem to remember that. The slang. It's like a distant memory. The killing. Oh, here we go. New challengers. Remnants of the old world. The guy in Road Warrior was talking about the corpse of the old world. This is what he meant. Alright. Who's next? Step into my office. Sub, Russ Bob. Good to see you, my man. Hope your studies are going well. Oh. Oh, they had a radio. Hold up. Hang in there, man. I had to deal with a bunch of student stuff today, man. But I got it done. I got it done. It felt good. I hit some research snags, but I think I'm getting past them now, and that's really exciting. Undergrad is just like a torrent of water. You just have to like tread that stuff. Undergrad, they make you take so many classes. Like, you have to have that 120 hours, man. That ridiculous amount of hours to get a bachelor's degree. Thanks, man. So, just hang in there, man. And it gets easier the more you go. Like, I just remember suffering at the freshman level and then just, like, pummeling through things Juggernaut style at the senior level. You just gotta build up, like, the understanding, like, as the kids these days say, you just need the mental to be a good student. Once you have the mental, it all becomes really easy. And they speak the truth. It really is about building the schema and like different ways that one visualizes that sort of shit. No, I'm sure it doesn't feel easy yet, but it will. Working and going to school is hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's something I really struggled with. I'm able to do it now, but that's only because I communicate a lot with like everyone who's involved with me in any way. Like, I'm always trying to like let them know where I am. Constant worship. Hell yeah, let's go. We're gonna give that a good listening. Oh shit. Put that back in. Put that back in. Where's the battery? Get back in there. They have the emergency broadcast. Oh shit. That's amazing. Might hang around long enough just to hear the report at 10 o'clock. Anyway, let's just leave it alone for now. I hope that no zombies hear that shit. But yeah, you'll get there, man. You will so get there. And like, take advantage of like those extra services, man. Like, hit up your librarians, hit up your writing center. Like, put all those people to work. You have to pay for that stuff with your fees anyway. You might as well get some value out of it. They really can make your life easier. Librarian can hook you up fat. Writing specialist can hook you up fat. Nice, dude. Good man. Good man. That really is the way to go, dude. Like, oh, there it is. Automated broadcast. Nice. Look at this. Blackout. Now I can listen to this at home. 43%. That's so fat. Periods of heavy cloud. Alright. Very cool. Any other stations? I think all these stations are long dead. You know, because the people who like ran them have turned into zombies, probably. Yeah. Those good old days. But no, that automated broadcast station, that's cool. There we go. Nice. That's so cool. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. I've been waiting for that. Because, like, that's the only radio station that's, like, still useful. Everything else is busted. Like, even when, it'll even tell you when snowstorms are rolling in and stuff. So that's, like, that's super useful. Alright. Well, that's a win. And, like, I always struggled with classes I didn't really care about. I always struggled with math classes because, like, I just had a shitty attitude towards math. I still do. Like, I still appreciate it way more than I ever did, but I hate the way that math is taught. I absolutely detest the way math is taught. It's so painful. Rotten carrots. Ugh. No, sir. I feel like we've already been in here. Yeah, it depends on the history for me. Like, American history is so depressing. American history, like, just depresses the shit out of me. But I've always really enjoyed, like, old British lit history for some reason. Yeah, there it is. There it is, yeah. I understand, Rustbob. Like, especially, like, oh, dude, fuck. Like, especially, like, when you get into Reconstruction, like, it's so painful, dude. It's so painful. Yeah, I don't like I didn't like learning about it. I did lean into it, but yeah, that's just painful, man. That's why I focused on English lit over American lit as an English major. Like, it just. But now, now that I'm older and I've read a lot more stuff, like, African American literature is probably the best, man. African American literature is so good. Like, it's crazy good. Way better than any of the English stuff, honestly. Some of that stuff is just crazy good. But you look at history the world over, man, it's just a story of people screwing over other people, man, honestly. The reasons vary, but the story's essentially the same. It's like, we just now have, like, the social sciences and, like, theories and, like, points of view to even, like, meaningfully talk about that stuff. Like, it's such a, like, ongoing struggle. Ooh, fertilizer. Shit, that's really nice, actually. I think I'm gonna grab the fertilizer. That was probably heavy as heck. Yeah, it's heavy. Just gonna grab us some fertilizer. Shoot, we need to eat lunch. Corned beef sounds good. Oh, hi. You caught me in the middle of lunch. Here, let me eat this real quick. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay, where were we? Step into my office. Pleasure doing business with you. I love that you can eat and walk in this game. It's fantastic. You can have literally thousands at your back. You're just like munching. That is a level of chill that I aspire to. How can you eat at a time like this? Bruh. I don't want to get the underweight trait. Oh wow, 5 of them, okay. That's fair, that's balanced. This game's not trash. The arguments, man. 5 zombies on me, man. This game is broken. Sounds like a skill issue. Skill issue, perhaps. Dude, the music is the best part, man. The music is so epic. I freaking love it. Dude, look at him still trying to find me over there. What a bunch of idiots. What a bunch of stupid dum-dums. Absolutely a skill issue. Bonk. Oh shit, excuse me. Pardon. You, hold that thought. Alright, where were we? Yeah. Get rocked. Oh! +1 long blunt. Damn. That sounds gangsta AF. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's see here. So many zombies, man. Ooh, newspaper and vitamins. Yes, please. Thing better not go off. It's probably, let's face it, it's gonna go off. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Definitely a skill issue, definitely not a skill is me. I've never heard that before. Somehow I've never been exposed to that one. I can already feel it mutating my cells. We're gonna head back not too long for now, just to play it extra safe and give ourselves a little workout window. But I would like to see what's in the next house. It's curiosity, man. I am a curious soul. Fuck. Well, that answers that. That is definitely our cue to go home. That is 110% our cue to go home. Yeah, you guys go ahead and head on over that way. No, don't follow me. Don't start tracking me. No. Let's not do that. You're supposed to go after the loud noise. Dude. That's the second house alarm this run. I'm not thrilled about it. I'm not thrilled about it. We were on our way home anyway, but damn it. Oh, hi. Might as well take care of these. Can't have them follow me back to the base. Sir, you appear to have a bread knife in your abdomen. Yes, that is definitely a bread knife in your abdomen. And that is a nice shirt. Thank you. Alright. Okay, we're good. Holy crap, Russ Bob. Can you believe that crap? It's a freaking alarm, dude. When we go there tomorrow, there's gonna be like 600 zombies. At least. At least. No fewer than 600 zombies. And we're gonna have the Gordon Freeman, all of them with this crowbar. I should play through Half-Life again just to work on my crowbar skills. Because everybody knows Gordon Freeman. He just redefined the crowbar as a weapon. Like, he ushered in a crowbar renaissance. Every game had to have a crowbar after that. And why not? It is the perfect weapon. Perfect weapon. Depending on the wielder, it can repair or it can destroy. Truly, you hold heaven and earth in your hands when you wield a crowbar. Sploosh. Hope you didn't have a heart attack over there, Russ Bob. Russ Bob's last communication was shit fuck. See, one day, when like I hit it huge and I apply for a Twitch partner and they go back through these videos and I see my moderator saying things like shit fuck in chat, I know I'm gonna get it. I absolutely know I'm gonna get it. Like, I can already see it now. It's just a matter of time. Oh, look at all this business. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Oh, it's all good, dude. Oh, I know it was. No, you're good, dude. I'm just being silly. That would just actually be funny. Let's see here. Vanishing Towers, applying for Twitch partnership. Let's go through a random video. And his moderator just said shit fucking chat. Okay, Twitch partner request denied. I wouldn't even be mad. The only thing I'd be upset about is that they wouldn't actually tell me that was the reason. Actually hearing that was the reason would be so funny. Like, I would post that in the Discord. I didn't become Twitch partner because Russ Bob said shit fuck in chat. That would be so funny. Have that printed on your tombstone. Dude, I'm sure that you would become a member of a long line of people who have said shit fuck just before they died. I'm pretty sure. Like, I would legit bet money that there is a long, robust line of people who have died with the word shit fuck upon their lips. I don't doubt that at all. Yeah, and sometimes you become part of an elite group and you don't mean to. And that's one of the ways to do that, I think, is to say shit fuck right before you die. Extra points if it's violent. Maybe I should rest first. I was already mildly winded. I'm getting ahead of myself. No, 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 don't sit on the radio. Jesus, man. Thank you. Can't do anything with this guy. Alright. Let me see here. We want the value tech. Yes. Boom! Oh, that's so cool. We now have it. We have it. That's glorious. Dude, what are you doing? What is this? What is this I'm looking at? Like, stop that. I know this is a mod, but like, what the hell? What actually was that? He was like twisting his butt like into the arm. That didn't even look comfortable. Anyway. I think with Build 42 they will add a lot more animations, which is pretty exciting. That's on the way. I saw some screenshots of some of the new stuff they're going to add. Pretty exciting. This game's already fun as hell, and they're going to add even more stuff? Yes, please. Yes, please. Where are we in the whole workout process? Oh, dude, look at this. We're getting there. We are on our way to level 5. It's a shame we don't get that little quarter bonus that the unemployed typically gets. I don't know if it's because of all the traits I took. I'm not sure. But that's alright. We'll just have to grind it. I'm so glad that I have the sense to run the heck away from a freaking house alarm, man. I got destroyed a couple of times trying to navigate one of those. You just gotta assume that like 600 zombies are coming and just get the hell out of there. That is really all you could do. Oh yeah, yeah, sorry. I'm just sitting here musing. I feel like that was a subtle hint to fast forward. That's hilarious. I wonder if there was a way that Tower would hurry up and press the fast forward button. I know you don't mean that, but that's funny. I'm playing, dude. I know you didn't mean that. It's just funny because I was just thinking that. I was like, I should probably fast forward this. That would be more efficient. And then you're like, you know. If only there was a way. This character always needs to eat, man. What's up with this human being, like, needing to have 3 meals a day and stuff? Like, what is actually up with that? What is this guy's weight at? Oh, dude, okay, that's not bad. I kind of want to be somewhere in that range. I think I need to make a campfire. I should probably make a campfire. Like, the little grill is nice. Actually consuming sus. I know. I know. It is just not ideal. I like the games where you basically just never eat because you don't have to. But this is a survival simulator, so guess what? We have to eat. I'm just glad it's not like The Sims where you have to like poop. My girlfriend was rocking the Sims 4 for a while, man. And yeah, man, you gotta do the bathing thing. I mean, you gotta do hygiene in this one too, but not on the level that they do. You gotta tend to your sanitary needs, your waste disposal. I was like, oh god. Right? It's like all those scams, man, where like, you need to learn how to live by only drinking water and sitting in the sunlight. And I'm like, yo, we're not that type of life form. It's like the meme, you're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's so true. That's why like toothpaste is considered junk. No, Keffy was talking about that. She was like, yeah, people probably wouldn't give a crap about that. You're probably going to become a zombie long before your teeth become an issue. It's like, that's probably the most morbid thing you've ever said, but also that's probably 100% true. Oh yeah, I would continue to brush my teeth and I would continue to seek out toothpaste, but you know, we were just kind of rationalizing the basic premise of the game. Because it literally counts toothbrushes and toothpaste as junk. It's hilarious. They literally have no use. Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from, but thankfully, that's not a mechanic in this game. But it'd be pretty wild if they added that, and they could at any time. They could at any time. The toothpaste and all that stuff is there. They would just have to redesignate it. No, absolutely, that would completely suck. I think we've all seen Castaway at this point. Let me see here. Where's the option to make a foyer? I feel like it was survivalist. There it is. Make campfire kit. Just need 2 logs and what? Some twigs. Okay. Easy. I think somewhere over here. Oh yeah, I've got like 87 right here. Perfect. Do it. Oh, sorry, I lost track of things. Should you what? Brush your teeth? No, I'm joking. I know that's not what you were saying. But now, what were you saying? Oh, you have not. Got it. Got it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. And yeah, not to spoil too much, but yeah, teeth health is a issue. It's what made me think of it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I've always been a fan of Tom Hanks, and yeah, he did a lot of work to be good in that movie. I do too. I have enjoyed so many bad movies. I know some people who get mortally offended because of bad movies. I think that bad movies are just. I think they should not be called bad movies. They should be called emergent comedies. I think that is the proper term. Oh God, yeah. I just think it's really sad that people have gotten like genuinely hurt. Like people have like genuinely like lost their livelihoods and like dealt with bad things on the sets of Resident Evil, and I'm like, wow. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Nah, like I saw the first one and I was like, and then I saw the second one and I was like, okay, those were decent. You know, they tried to give you a little wink and nod at the original games. Like they don't really work on that level, but it's okay. They're all right. And then it just they kept happening and it became an absolute cringe factory. And yeah, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I know why franchises do that, but it's always sad. It's always sad. To watch, a decent couple of movies turn into an abomination, a caricature of themselves. Yeah, no, the weapon logic's so bad. I remember watching this one where like they were just like running at each other and like emptying clips, and I'm like, how are they not hitting? Like, how are they so bad? How are you supernaturally enhanced and can't aim? Like, I don't understand. Like, if anything, y'all should be doing cool regeneration effects and stuff. You shouldn't be like dodging because can't aim. What is all this dodging because can't aim shit? Like, it was just hard to take any of that seriously. Oh dear. Oh yeah, and then there's always the use of ordnance. Always the use of ordnance. Oh god. Fired a rocket launcher. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I couldn't with those movies. I was like, you need to just make a movie that's faithful to the first Resident Evil. It has everything you need. It's got a scary house. It's got a co-ed team. It's got giant spiders and monkey monster things. Like, and a BBEG. Like, it's everything you need. And it's got like all these cool scenes, all these cool like areas. Like, you can have a great movie with just the first one. No, that Z clearly needed to be there. Yeah, that's, oh my god. Yeah, that shit's so ridiculous. Like, they kind of just quit caring after a while. They legit just quit caring after a while. If it was done right. Yeah. I played the first Resident Evil, and I remember playing through it on the PlayStation, and it was hard to play. It was really hard to target things because you had to like move in a circle and then shoot. And that took practice, but I eventually got good enough to where I could do it. And that game was alright. And then I didn't play the second and the third one because like the second one was like on the Nintendo 64, and I was like, what the fuck? And I just, I kind of lost track. And then Resident Evil 4 came out on the Xbox 360. And I loved that game. That game was so much fun. I had a blast playing Resident Evil 4. I thought it was fantastic all the way through. I played all the extra bonus shit. Like, I played all the crap. It was great. And then I saw Resident Evil 5, and I was like, I don't know if I even want to play this. Like, this just looks really weird. And I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish here. And then it was just like, I really haven't played a Resident Evil since. And then I saw Resident Evil 7, and I was like, oh wow, I guess they're kind of getting back to the spooky house Resident Evil. So that's good. And yeah, a prequel that built on the lore of that would be pretty nice. And now we've got Resident Evil Vampire Tits. So I really need to get caught up so I can play that one because apparently everyone really enjoyed that one a great deal. And the memes just flowed. Like the memes for Resident Evil Vampire Tits have just absolutely flowed. Dude, people have been so. People were just on the meme machine about that one for the longest time. And like all the closet masochists, like were just like, "Yes, mommy," and I was like, "Wow, okay, that's fascinating. This is quite the case study." Yeah, it looked really good. So yeah, I guess if there's a game of the year edition, I'll probably be purchasing it soon. I think I got the base game. I just need to buy the DLC. But sometimes they just say screw it and make it a game of the year edition, and you get all of it for free if you're patient. So we'll see. I do love getting free DLC, but I also want to play through that stuff. I was in queue for a PS5 today, but I didn't get it. By the time it was my turn in line, they were out of stock. So that was fun. That was so much fun. Waiting in line for an hour and then not getting a PS5. That felt so good. I'm gonna keep trying. Dude, I've got a dude who knows where to get them, man. He hit me up the other day, and I was like, yeah. But the GameStop selling it wanted to. They bundled it with a bunch of crap, dude, like absolute trash, and it came out to like $750, and I was like, no way. I'm not paying $750 for a bunch of shitty things bundled in with this PS5. I will wait it out. Nice. I'll eventually pick one up, but I just don't feel like hustling for one, man. I would love to just buy one online, but it's become such a hassle. Let's see if there's anything on this thing. Civilian radio. Got my attention. That's so weird. It's almost like there's almost something. Civilian radio. I don't know what to make of that. Nice, dude. Good for you, man. I'm still paying off this Alienware, but once I am done, I will definitely be investing in. Oh shit, this thing's still running. I will definitely be investing in a new case and a new motherboard for sure. Let's see, not too impressed with this thing. I'm just gonna dismantle that bad dog. Radio parts, fancy. We take those. Two bats. Yeah, that's my plan because like this thing has no breathing room whatsoever. This is the most cramped case I've ever seen, and I'm not even being hyperbolic, man. Like it is literally the most cramped case I've ever seen. It's like Dell just asked themselves, how can we make the most cramped ass case possible, and like actually set out and did it. Like I have to throttle the power of the GPU to keep it from overheating. And it runs great. Like, don't get me wrong, it runs like an absolute champ. But yeah, I'm not even coming close to like reaching the potential of this graphics card, man. Like, not even. Like, I wanna get maximum performance, basically, but even more. Like this thing is so ridiculous, Rust Bob, that the power supply unit swings into the chassis. It swings into the chassis. So in order to remove the power supply, you have to open it up and then swing an arm out, and then remove the power supply. And when you swing in the power supply, it sits right on top of the GPU, right on top of the GPU, preventing it from having adequate airflow. It's genius architecture, Russ Bob. Like it is really just chef's kiss. Like, what's the stupidest way we can make this? and they got roasted so hard that they have not done it anywhere near that since. But yeah, this chassis is a special kind of stupid. It is truly a special kind of stupid. Like, I'm legit impressed. They really just like took it to the next level in terms of like what's just the dumbest way we can go about solving these problems. And yeah, I imagine that they've lost sleep over how dumb all of that was, but it's too late. Like, I've got an R12 and it's the dumbest chassis I've ever seen in my life. But I was hurting for a PC upgrade, man, so it was the most cost effective way to do it. It was 100% and is still the most cost effective way to have this PC that I'm streaming with right now. But I'll keep making my payments. You know, I knew all the reviews, I knew all the complaints and problems before I bought the PC, so I can't pretend like I didn't know what I was getting. But yeah, it really is genuinely impressive how hot this thing runs. And as soon as I've got it paid off fully, which won't be too much longer, I'm definitely going to invest in a brand new tower, like a fat chassis with like maximum breathability. Like, I want like a Lian Li, like super nice, like open chassis, lots of room. I don't know if I'm ready to fuck with water cooling yet. Water cooling makes me really nervous. Like, I want to water cool, but I'm afraid to water cool. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a big chicken baby when it comes to water cooling. I'm so afraid to try it. I feel like I'm just gonna destroy my PC in a flood of water. Hey man, a new PC is a new PC, even if it's not all the highest end stuff. Oh, dude, you're brave. You're very brave. I salute you. I'm thinking about it. I really am. I just, if I'm going to water cool, I have to pay somebody to help me get it set up properly. Like, that's not something I'm gonna fuck around with on my own. Like, I would actually pay a guy to do a house call. Sealed water cooling kits. Yeah, I've heard of those. I don't know. I guess if I get a standard chassis, a standard cooling unit wouldn't be a big deal. See, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Get smacked. Anyway, what were we saying? I had to go into battle mode. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, maybe I can look into that. I think I have seen those. I think I have seen sealed units. Because I was looking for an external one. I wanted to have some kind of external unit that I could just like attach the blocks onto the GPU, and like the outer part could just be sitting outside. And they did have some things like that, but most of them just kind of like attached right onto the GPU. You just gotta turn off the fans and the water cool like happened all right there. And that is pretty nice. But yeah, that would never fit in this chassis. That would simply never fit in this chassis. Zombie. Oh, you got a walkie-talkie too. Nice. That's not a messing around walkie-talkie. How are my jeans looking these days? Hey, they're in pretty ding darn good condition. We're just gonna keep on keeping on. Yeah, dude, honestly, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I did a thermal paste, I did a bunch of things, I upgraded the fans, I did everything I could to up the thermal dissipation of this chassis, and it's still so bad. Luckily, the Alienwares come with a program that lets you over and underclock. Because if I couldn't underclock this GPU, I wouldn't even have a usable PC right now. Like, it would overheat like every 2 seconds. Again, my PC is still more powerful than most PCs, but I have to power it down, man. I have to undervolt it. Yeah, but that's... You're just asking for all sorts of shit to get into your PC, man. Like, you need a case that's relatively sealed. Like, if you have pets and stuff, like, even if you clean a lot, you're still gonna have dander all over the house. You don't want to be running with an open PC with a bunch of dander. Yeah, dude, it's... Unless you run in, like, the most hygienic conditions, man. The most sterile conditions. Which, honestly, nobody does. Most people are dirty as fuck, bless their hearts. So, yeah, man, that's... Not really an option. Definitely not an option for me, man. I've got a cat that sheds his ass off. He's not even a long-haired cat, and he still just sheds so much. It's actually crazy. Oh god, dude. Yeah, you've got two decent... You've got a big dog and a little dog. Yeah, dude, you've got dander. You've got dander for sure. And dogs, man, they do that shake thing. Dogs do that shake thing where they'll just blast dander all over the place. It's amazing. Yeah, dude. I could just see it, both the big dog and the little dog just doing the same thing, emitting all that shit. Cop of the crucifix. Fascinating. Amazingly nasty. Yeah, dude. Frickin' doggos, man. Gotta love them. My cat, man, like, the only time I have to give him a bath is when he gets into something. But dogs, man, they just get dirty as fuck. Like, you have to give them baths and shit. It's one of the downsides of having a dog, man. You have to bathe that thing like a child forever. And most of them absolutely hate it. See, a couple of dogs that like bath time, but most of them, no. Like, my cat, he freaking got into some stuff once, and I had to give him a bath, and man, I've never seen an animal get so completely angry. Saber was so mad. Oh my god, dude. Pissed. Like, he went from sweet boy wanting snackos and scritches to like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Holy shit. Bad time can be dangerous, man. When it comes to friggin' animals. Oh, dude, yeah. You'll start singing the song of his people and shit. And usually those groomers are so sweet, man. They're so good at being gentle and, like, just trying to get them through it. But yeah, dude. My girlfriend has a YouTuber, man, that she loves watching, and the YouTuber's a groomer. Oh my god, dude, some of those dogs, like, they're just singing the song of their people the entire time. The entire time. Like, trying to bite the warm air, like, coming out of the hair dryer. Like, that shit's just hilarious. But the cats are always the angriest. The cats are always way more pissed. And it's so funny because cats have really fragile necks. So they won't put a leash on them. Like, they won't put a collar and leash. But they'll do a little space helmet, dude. They'll do this little hamster ball. They do this little space helmet hamster ball thing, man, and it looks so fucking funny, dude. And the cat's just sitting there looking all pissed off, man. And he's just got this little bubble on his head. Oh my god, that shit is so funny. Fucking hell, zombies, man. Cause there's a zombie on my lawn. Well, this one had a comic book, man. Damn, bro. You can't read a comic book. You're a zombie. No, they do not appreciate it. There are some breeds that do, but most of them absolutely do not. Saber is 100% not down with the bath. Like, if you pick him up and even walk by a water source, he will let you know that he is not cool with what is happening. He will just assume that he is about to be bathed and act accordingly. Oh. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Free comic book day is still free comic book day, though. Make sure to take advantage. That magical moment where you have so many watches that it actually starts to impact your ability to move. Look at all these zombies, man. Yeah, especially when like librarians and shit get involved, it can be so lit. Get over here. Some of these zombies, man. Ooh, they had a fancy locket. I feel like collecting zombie jewelry would be really bad luck. I'm not superstitious about a lot of things, but I feel like that's just a good way to invite bad karma. Yeah, dude. That just feels cursed. There's just something really vulgar about caring about jewelry in the zombie apocalypse. Caring about money in the zombie apocalypse. There's something really obscene about that. Like, it especially de-elevates the human condition. Yeah, dude, that is like grave robbing on hard mode. And grave robbing is already a pretty risky thing to do in 2022, but yeah. But yeah. People have been plundering tombs for a really long time, so I don't know what a lot of people expect. If I were really poor and hard up for money, you know what? I would consider it. I don't think I'd do it, but I can't really say I blame anybody for considering that if they're like really bad off. Because stealing from dead people, just how can that ever be stealing? It has more to do with trespassing and stuff like that. It is. It is. But yeah, in the zombie apocalypse, it seems really absurd. But ultimately, going into these houses and like collecting the food and everything else while the people who used to own them are wandering around trying to eat people's faces, I guess that is a form of grave robbing. I can definitely see how that would fit the definition. No, I feel like in a really sane society, we'd be a lot more mature about dealing with dead bodies and stuff like that. More of them would get used for science and that sort of thing. I used to want to have like a grave and stuff when I died, but I don't think I give a shit about any of that anymore. I definitely don't want like a bunch of fancy things to be buried with me if I do get buried. That'd be fucking weird. And it's all kind of bullshit anyway. Like, I've talked with mortician friends. I have a couple of mortician friends, man, and like, just the whole burying ritual is bullshit. Like, half the time the clothes are cut up to like just easily fit on. Oh, hi. Hello. Like, with a bunch of them, man, like, if the corpse actually did get up out of the coffin, walk around, like, you would see, like, this, like, slit where they just kind of slip the clothes on one side and then the other. When I learned that, I was like, oh, wow. That's crazy. You never seen that in a zombie apocalypse movie. And how the hell are you gonna turn into a zombie after you've been embalmed? Exactly, perfect. Yeah, that sounds legit. That sounds completely legit. Woo! Got ourselves a little charnel house. Heck. But man, these zombies need to learn. These zombies need to understand that Muldra is mine. It belongs to moi. Recognize. Oh, hi. Ooh, another crowbar. Hell yeah. Get over here. Hell yeah. Get over here. Give me that sweet, sweet crowbar. The treasures of plunder. Maybe a big plaque or something. Yeah, I feel you. I think a memorial would be okay. If I do anything worth, having a memorial over. Otherwise, yeah. I'd be down for giving my body to science or just being like cremated. Too many. Oh shit balls, too many. Oh shit tickles. Sorry for the profanity, everybody. I just don't want to die. That would look pretty cool. Maybe like make it to where it grows over, like around the headstone. That would be so dope. To where like the headstone's in the tree. That would look so cool. Like that would just be aesthetically pleasing, I think. Yeah, I like it. I do like it. It's like some druid shit, man. But I also love the Tibetan practice of like feeding their corpses to vultures. I always thought that was really cool too. Ooh, annotated map. To West Point. Interesting. Hey, I need to close this though. I can't be oohing and awing at this if a zombie shows up. Louisville map. Okay. Nice. Alright. Let's take a moment. Eat some canned peas. We're a little on the hungry side. The last thing we want is to die hungry. That is the absolutely last thing we want. Dying hungry, that's just a double whammy. We're getting a little winded. We need to be cognizant of that. Ooh, that wind. Just gonna pop a squat for a minute. Rotten milk. You love to see it. Let's get rid of that tired moodlet real quick. Or that exerted moodlet. It really does reveal the limitations of language. You say tired and we assume you mean sleepy. But tired can also mean like from exertion. You can be tired from exertion, but not tired from a lack of sleep. You can be both. It's complicated. The word tired is a little too vague. Used to define too many states. even use the word tired in regard to repetition. I don't know. I'm a word guy sometimes. Y'all have to bear with me. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna head back. It's getting dark. Cloud cover doesn't help. We did find the emergency signal today, which is pretty cool. Yeah, language is so weird. It's frustrating how much language controls our perceptions of reality. It's really frustrating. You know, for a lot of people, words just are a prison. Language is the prison that holds them. And they have no idea. They have no idea that their entire worldview is constrained by their vocabulary. It's a wild thing to think about. Words are really powerful. That's why people have always been afraid of wizards and shit. Yeah, 100%. But the way we construct reality as we go along is very texty. Like, yeah, we do a lot of like imagining and like visualizing internally, but we also just like tell a story in our heads the entire time as we go. Like the entire time we're awake. And even while we're asleep, so much is tied up in like us engaged in an inner conversation that is 100% constructed of words. 100%. Chomsky talks about that stuff a lot. I think that's one of the reasons why things politically are so difficult, because people who are involved in politics and power are very good at controlling the discourse, like the kind of language that can even be used to debate things, to argue, to try to arrive at a mutual understanding. It's so easy to use language to just confuse things and muddy the waters and like limit what actually can happen. That's why it's so chilling to see people working so hard to like suppress books in libraries and stuff, man, because they're honestly trying to kill like an entire worldview, they're trying to kill entire realities by limiting the kind of words and ideas that people can use to construct their worldview. It's really chilling. People love to downplay words, but I think everybody recognizes deep down that words are really powerful. Again, that's why people have always been afraid of wizards and stuff like that. Not because they actually thought, at least not in every case, that they were actually capable of some kind of powerful magic, but because they recognize the power that words hold over the human mind. Like, we really didn't become people until we started talking to each other. That's when people truly became people. Before then, we were just like really advanced animals. And we're still just really advanced animals, but being able to talk is huge. Being able to talk a lot. Yeah, banning books is the worst. Banning books just really burns my blood. It really boils my blood. And now they're trying to do it under the auspice of protecting children from pornography and shit. That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Like, to watch people go after librarians, like some of the most caring people in the world, Yeah, it really gets my goat. It really gets my goat. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like our brains were geared towards survival, and like survival for us was being able to like visualize things and like, oh shit, close that curtain. Um, like I've read a lot of books and like philosophical treatises where these big brain guys were like, yeah, the whole point of us evolving the brains we have is so we could engage in really abstract thought and think about really deep abstract things. And I'm like, that never sounded right. And now I've, because like if that were the case, we'd all be like super big brain abstract face, and obviously that's not the case. There's just a handful of people who think like that, honestly. Um, no, the people evolved to survive, and our brains evolved to be social. Our brains evolved 100% to be social and to imagine a bunch of different kinds of scenarios so that maybe we could use that knowledge to survive. But so much of it is ground up in being social, right? And that's another thing, man. Like the classic, like persona of like the librarian who's mean and shushes people. Like I've never seen that librarian. I've met mean teachers, but I've never met a mean librarian. I've met plenty of mean teachers, but never a mean librarian. So yeah, it really is upsetting to see people come at librarians, man. That really is just a very tasteless thing to do. And just the idea that people want to undermine public libraries, which is like one of the few things in American society that's like actually there to just like help people and not cost you money. The fact that there are people who just want to see that burn more than anything is just really sad. Like American people are so bought. And it was my teacher, not the librarian. Exactly. I actually work with a librarian who shushes, man, but that's only because they work at night, and things can get a little crazy at night sometimes. So I understand the need to occasionally shush, but that is very rare. And even then, they are not a mean librarian. They're super nice. They shush from time to time when things get extra loud. Gotta do them burpees, man. No, that's just ridiculous. Like I'm not surprised that like here in the zombie apocalypse, there's not a zombie who's still ordering the shelves and like still trying to improve the library services, while also craving human flesh. Like that's how dedicated librarians are, honestly. But like most libraries aren't quiet. They might have a quiet space, but most libraries are vibrant. There's people talking and like doing things, and you want that. You want a librarian to feel like you want a library to feel like people are doing stuff in it. Otherwise, it's just a book tomb. Book tombs are creepy. Nope, do not sit on the radio. Let's see here. Let's listen to the emergency broadcast when it comes on. Why does he do this weird turn? That's so strange. We're just gonna go with it. Here we go. Oh, this is so dope. Automated broadcast. Yeah, exactly. Periods of heavy cloud, eh? Man, it just must be a robot voice that reads off a Doppler radar. That's so wild. What is what is happening? What is this? Like, no. I don't like it that he twists like that. That's so weird. I don't like. That is nightmare fuel. Oh, hey, Saber. Guy, Saber says hi. Yeah, D&D libraries seem like a good place to play D&D. That sounds like a perfect place to have a little D&D club. He is yawning and making the weirdest sound in the process. Spinant. Spinant. What? Come again? Oh, right. Gotcha. No, oh yeah, when y'all start yelling over the epic moment, yeah, that's. I could see some problems arising from that. That makes sense. That does make sense. No spine. Finish your burpees, my man. Ah, here we go. Time for bed. I gotta wake up to a fresh day, killing zombies. Killing the heck out of them. Oh no, I woke up with the heebie-jeebs. Darn it. Why does the constant killing have to give me PTSD? I was going to take a sleeping tablet. Darn it, brain. I don't need to be awoken with night terrors. My character just needs to sleep. Oh, the bedtime burpees are crucial, and apparently I have to do my 12:30 wake up terrified, and now wake up at 4 o'clock terrified. Apparently my character is just like, apparently the killing is getting to him. But that's too bad, because we're not done killing. We're just not done. We need to eat some food. I think I'm actually gonna cook some soup. Like legit cook some soup. Let's see here. Let's get this set up. No. No, I did not. There's just a % chance that on some nights you will wake up like that. And yeah. Apparently I'm just having a lot of luck with that right now. Let's see, let's make a pot of soup. No more eating out of the can, at least not right now. We're gonna actually like eat some soup. Oh yeah, I need a twig. There we go. No, that shit's weird, man. I don't know why he keeps waking up all anxious and shit. Life is good. My character should be quite thankful. But, you know, maybe killing 40 zombies a day takes its toll on you. I don't know. I don't know what the psychology is here. I'm a little remiss on my character's mentality. I just know that he's woken up utterly paranoid like 3 times in a row. But at least he's not infected. That's one thing we can say. At least he is not infected. We can always hang our hat on that. We got 99 problems. Slowly becoming a zombie is not one of them. Yum. Drink that. Right from the pot. Do it. Delicious. Alright. So let's do another round of scavenging. And then I'll probably call it a stream. But yeah, we killed so many zombies. We gotta keep going. While the soup is still in our gut, we're gonna head out. So much stuff. Still hoping, low-key, to find a manual on using a generator. If we could find a manual for using the generator, that would... Oh, that'd be a game changer, guys. Actual game changer. Oh, hi! Hello! Zombie right outside of my home. It's so good to see you. Right outside of my home. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for being right there outside my door. I appreciate that. I'm so glad. That's freaking ridiculous. That's why I need to seal off this entire neighborhood. I'll do that soon. I'm not going to do that this stream. Probably next stream. Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's regularly scheduled stream. I will probably seal off this entire neighborhood. What I'd like to do is set up a double gate that a car could drive through at each of the major road points. And then put like a set of stairs on either side, like over here or over here. So I can actually peek over and see if there's zombies before I open the gate and try to come out. And just have those little lookout points at every entrance. Dang. It's almost like some of them tried to follow me back and just lost the trail. It's a chilling thought. The wind and the creaking of the trees. It's a little alarming. Ooh, the wind's picking up and there's a wind chill. We're getting into mid-September and we are starting to experience a wind chill. So I'll probably have to start wearing warmer clothes before too long. Probably have to throw on another layer of clothes. Might have to really bundle up for the winter. That means we're going to have less weight to carry stuff. But that's okay. It's better than getting sick. Definitely better than getting sick. Come on over, dudes. So many zombies. I can't even keep track of all this. We'll take the kitchen knife. We'll take the bread knife. We want to craft spears at one point. You can actually use those as spear tips, which is hilarious. No, they don't seem to be affected by that shit at all. They do not give a rat's ass about being cold. They might be a little bit slower, but I don't think so. They just stand out there in the cold not giving a shit. You know, maybe it's some aspect of the virus they have. Maybe it's got that antifreeze effect. Because honestly, like, the fact that they're zombies at all doesn't faze us, but now we're gonna worry about the fact that they don't freeze in the cold. That's hilarious. Maybe whatever this is so evolutionarily geared that it's not affected by hot temperatures, so the bodies don't rot. It's not affected by cold temperatures, so they're still able to move and do things, even in sub-zero temperatures. That just sounds like super biologically engineered. Yeah, the riding hat is a little bit nicer than the crash helmet. I mean the hard hat. But we'll wear it. So yeah, man, maybe it's just a virus that just keeps their blood like circulating and keeps their body from breaking down. They try to bite people and stuff, but not because they need sustenance, but just because that's how the virus spreads. Or at least it's one way that the virus spreads if you're immune to the airborne. Faceplant was talking about how he tried the mod where you can still catch it from airborne. I was like, that doesn't sound fun at all. Like the whole premise of this game is your character's a survivor because he is not affected, or he or she is not affected by the airborne virus, the airborne strain. Like the only way they can get the virus is through being bitten at this point. Yeah, it sounds awful. I mean, I can understand if you're just a god at this game and you need the challenge. Like you're a zomboid creator and you need content. So you add the airborne mod with sprinters. No, I'm just playing. That'd be nuts though. I personally have just always felt like sprinters were bullshit. I have always strongly believed that runners were fucking bullshit. Ever since I watched the remake of Dawn of the Dead, and all of them were like Olympian level runners, and I was like, this is bullshit. This is actually bullshit. Like, this is scary, but that also feels absurd. I mean, these zombies run at full sprint everywhere they go, basically. Yeah, at the very least, it should limit their ability to, like, generate heat. Like, the thing about running is that when people run, they get very hot. Yeah, seriously. There should definitely be an issue with, like, the circulation of the blood within the muscles. Like, it's one thing if, like, the virus is actively killing the bacteria that makes you decompose in the first place. That could effectively render you an immortal corpse. And the virus could technically live off of that. It's kind of a weird concept. There's already viruses and fungi that do that in nature. There's a few fungi that turn things into zombies. It's pretty freaky. But the metabolism necessary to run and the heat the perspiration and everything necessary to run. I feel like a zombie's body could not achieve that. Oh shit. Do money. Do money. We're not doing it. That doesn't feel safe. No, but I can imagine a really aggressive virus. Like, really aggressive virus that just eats bacteria for breakfast. Literally eats bacteria for breakfast. Yeah, they can keep you a shambling corpse for a long time. A really long time. The bacteria can't do its thing, man. That's why freezing meat does what it does, and why in some places there's almost no decomposition. Because the conditions for microbial life are just so bad. Like in brine pools and shit, fucking corpses will just sit there calcified for eternity, man. There's no bacteria that can get to that shit. It dies in the brine pool like everything else. Dang, I just hit you once and you died, okay. Yeah, exactly, like the Everest corpses, man. Like, it's too cold up there. Or actually, it was. Everest is starting to warm up, so those corpses are actually starting to become a problem. Like, if it gets warm enough on Everest, like, those corpses could become a major problem. Like, there actually are some initiatives to clean up all those corpses. And there is just something straight up ghastly about leaving somebody's body on the side of a mountain like that. I get there's a lot of risk and expense to bring a person's body down, but they just need to do it. It's a body, man. They could attach a hot air balloon to it or something and just lift it off the side. Let it drone down. Like, they don't even have to be fancy about it anymore. But there is just something really undignified about using somebody's dead body as a marker for a trip. Hey, have we gotten the green boots yet? Like, they literally just called the dude green boots. I'm like, dude, that's a human being's dead body, man. And he like has the symbolic equivalent of like I gotta pause for a second. He has like the symbolic equivalent of a post of wood driven into the ground with some words carved into a piece of it. There's something really grotesque about that, Rust Bob. But like, he's been green boots for I don't know how long, and there's some at this point there's some people who aren't even sure who he is. I'm like, you don't even know who that dude is. There's something really just ghastly about that. You should at least know who that man is. Like, come on. Like, that just brings out the werewolf in me. I'm like, but who will sing of his deeds? Who will let the spirits know of his passing? How will he gain his posthumous renown? Just so many. Oh God, why did they launch into the air? I'm so confused. I'm concerned. Yeah, again, believed. Believed. They have not confirmed by any means that that is in fact who it is. That is something that they have surmised, which I think is ridiculous. At least know who it is. That just means that nobody's ever taken the time to truly ascertain who those people are. And like I've heard stories of like people who have had to rest next to these corpses, man, while they're trying to catch their breath or change their oxygen bottles or whatever. Oh, I'm hanging out with Orange Vest over here. We're just chilling. I'm like, bro, that's so fucked. No, that stuff's so wild. Just the whole climbing of Mount Everest. Ooh, nice. Feels kind of absurd at this point. Of course. You know it. That's how you get your money's worth on the trip, dude. That's one of the ways that you justify the absurd expense of going to climb Mount Everest when you could go literally anywhere else in the world anyway. I could understand if you're like a climbing expert and enthusiast and that's legit on your bucket list. Like, I 100% respect that. But there are these chuds who have never climbed a mountain in their life trying to climb Everest, and I'm like, you're gonna get people killed, you're gonna get yourself killed, you're gonna get other people killed, and yeah, that's pretty stupid. Ooh, eh. A little distracted for a second. But we're okay. Oh, hi. My guys, it is lunchtime. Y'all need to give me like 10 seconds. No? Okay. Zombies are so rude. Get Instagram clout for hanging out with green boots. Oh yeah, dude, you gotta take the selfie with the corpse, man. You gotta be like, what's his name? Paul Logan or whatever. He actually went to the suicide forest in Japan and like legit like took footage of a corpse and threw it up on YouTube. Like, wow, dude. Like, you basically just like committed a crime in a foreign country while disrespecting a corpse. Like, suicide's such a serious issue, and you're just out here trying to make content. No, he is not. Like, he faded. His brother's still doing, like, MMA shit, but he is, like, gone. As it should be, man. That was so gross. That was one of the most tasteless things I've ever seen a YouTuber do, and I've seen some YouTubers do some tasteless shit. Oh, man. Not to say that there aren't just absolutely beautiful YouTubers out there, but they do not fall into that category. There are some salt of the earth YouTubers out there, and they're great. Alright. Enough ranting and grinding axes. Yeah, that's the thing that really gets me. Is that he just tossed that on YouTube thinking, oh, I'm going to get sweet, sweet clout. I'm going to get sweet, sweet clout. I like bought a plane ticket and flew to Japan, got a hotel room, and then like legit went to the suicide forest. A place that is spiritually taboo as fuck for the Japanese people. Like, bro. Yeah. No, that's another thing that's really messed up. Like, it's just straight up illegal to like be doing videos with like actual corpses and shit. And that's a great way to get the FBI like up your ass. Because they don't like snuff films. The FBI wants to be the only people who make snuff films, apparently. Because if they think there's an actual dead body in your movie or video or whatever, like, they will come see you. They will come pay you a visit. One thing I do not ever want is to be visited by the FBI. That would really suck. You want to talk about never recovering. That's just something you never forget. When the feds show up and put guns in your face or whatever. Or decide to confiscate your entire hard drive. Dang, I am overburdened. Mistakes were made. I need to just eat some of this. No, I doubt. I doubt very much. I forget what movie it was, but it was like not even that like highbrow of a film, but they were really blessed to have an amazing effects person who could make these extremely lifelike corpses. Like they were extremely blessed to have this person working on the set. But like the corpses look so realistic, man, that the feds actually showed up thinking that they were going to be investigating a murder scene basically because the shit looked so legit. And I mean, as scary as that is, you know, there's clout there. Ooh, get a tat tat. Well, yeah, man, my effects are so good, I get the cops called on me. Grin, smile. Alright. Shoot. We were fine for like 2 seconds and then we became overburdened. Dag nabbit. Is there anything I can put in here? Like, literally anything. Trying to stop the act of bleeding here. Can I go if I eat my dehydrated meat stick? No, that actually worked. I had to sacrifice my dehydrated meat stick. Yeah, that would be quite the clout acceleration. Provided the feds didn't end up shooting you for whatever reason. Because that happens pretty often. As much as I am a defund and abolish kind of person, I have one of my guilty pleasures. One of my guilty pleasures is watching cop dash cam and body cam videos. I have watched so many of those. Just so many dash cam and body cam videos, and they're so ridiculous. The cops are ridiculous. The people who run afoul of the cops are ridiculous. Like, I can't believe how many people actually call the cops on themselves. I think that's the part that gets me the most. Yeah, they're either funny or they're just interesting. Like, you wonder, like, how the hell did they get themselves into this situation, man? Like, I watched one where this guy basically called the cops on himself, man. Like, somehow he got into this altercation with the owner of a McDonald's, and, like, I guess they both decided to call the cops. But, rather than, like, getting in his car and just straight up leaving, he actually, like, he actually called the cops and, like, tried to, like, counter story and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you should have gotten the hell out of there. Like, and that happened a couple of times where, like, I guess they thought that if they called the cops, like, that kind of, like, put them on an equal footing. And I'm like, no. That's not how society is structured. Like, a business owner is going to have disproportionately more power when the cops show up than you, the person who was taking advantages of the services. And for whatever reason, pissed off this business owner. Like, if you piss off a business owner, you should just leave. Like, you should just immediately leave. Like, that's basic. That's basic common sense when it comes to, like, doing anything in a publicly owned business. Like, especially a place to eat, man. Like, just leave. Chances are the owner is just going to go back to what he was doing Skyrim style and not actually try to call the town guard on you. But if you actually try to, like, call the cops and use them as leverage in some kind of, like, argument, man, that's not going to go your way. It is not. And I have seen it from the results of several of these videos. Like, I don't understand. Like, we have so much power as citizens to not have anything to do with cops. And a lot of times people talk shit to the cop, but I'm just like, why did you talk shit to the cop? Like, and then they're so confused as they're getting arrested, and I'm like, you literally just talk shit to a cop, dude. Like, what the hell were you doing? Like, why were you even there talking to the cop? Like, you should have just asked, am I being detained, and then left with no context at all. That's like the only thing you should ever ask a cop. It's like, am I being detained? Is there something you need to ask me? No? Okay, bye. Like, that should be most people's interaction with their local law enforcement. But I think people watch too much TV, man. I hate to say that. That's such a tired excuse, but I think people watch too much TV, man. They think cops are just these people, like these living levers that they can manipulate for their own ends. And that's not how cops work. And most of the cops say it too. Like, most of the cops say it. They're like, I'm not really worried about who did what. I'm not really worried about who's wrong. I'm just trying to keep the peace. Like, I'm just trying to get things back to normal. Like, they literally say that. They literally say point blank they don't give a shit who's actually right or wrong. And for some reason, the people who are having the conversation don't, like, internalize that. Like, they don't give that its due consideration. Like, they literally don't give a fuck. Like, people seem to think that keeping the peace and, like, the cops doing things for them are the same thing. And man, they're just so wrong. Like, I think if people understood that, our society would automatically start to shift, like, in good directions. A cop is a secretary with a gun. An old friend of mine told me that once, and it's so true. A cop is a secretary with a gun. They do paperwork, and sometimes they shoot people. Like, once you understand that that's what a cop is, it kind of really alters what you expect from them. Like, straight up, like, you should not have a lot of high expectations of a secretary. A secretary is very focused towards a particular person, their boss. And and if you're doing things that involve their boss, then yeah, they might give you a free coffee. They might give you something to snack on. They might ask if you're comfortable. But like if you're in their space and you're like stopping their ability to do their secretary work, they will very quickly become very annoyed with you. Um, there's nothing more cold than like a secretary who feels like you don't belong in their office space, and that's basically a cop. But the entire city is their office space, like straight up. That's basically a cop in a nutshell. And I mean, it's not a good or bad thing. It is what it is. Like that's cops have always been there to kind of do secretarial work and occasionally shoot people and then write paperwork about how they just shot somebody. Even the like the cop shows that endlessly romanticize the cops and systems are starting to show like a lot of the times these guys are just sitting at their computers, man, filing reports. Some of the most boring shit you've ever seen. They like to do that in the military too, man. Endless reports. Endless reports on everything. Intel, they call it. Cat, could you not put your claws in my feet? I'm trying to rant to Russ Bob, and you're putting your claws in my feet. It's not cool, man. Don't get all cute. Start showing me your belly and meowing and shit. You are murder incarnate. That gut. That gut. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, he's chomping me. Ow. Stop. Stop. Stop trying to kill your father. It's not cool, man. They only managed to get one of those houses. That's hilarious. I'm hilariously inept. They are fluffy little murder machines. Like, that's just straight up. He does this thing now where he'll come and literally lie down on my feet. He will literally lie down on my feet and be all cute, showing me his paws and stuff. But then he'll take one of his paws and he'll put one claw in me, like one claw in my skin. Because he knows that that's just enough for me to be like, what the fuck? And then he's like, oh no, I seem to have wounded you. We must now do battle. And it just goes from there. Until eventually he gets so worked up that he'll do this battle cry attack. And then he's done. And apparently that battle cry attack is supposed to be the move that kills me. Like that's his fatality. Like that's his finisher. And then he goes and like eats some food and takes a nap. So basically my cat is a LARPer. My cat is a hardcore LARPer. I think most cats are LARPers. He will literally pretend to kill me in a very spirited performance and then go on with the rest of his day. It's great. And sometimes he'll take his toy mice and he will put them either next to or in his food bowl. So it's like he killed the mouse and now he ate it. And he'll eat some kibble and it's like he ate the mouse. And I'm like, wow, my cat LARPs so hard. Like my cat is an expert level LARPer. Like he should be a member of like one of these LARPing groups here in Austin. Like he's like he's like at the Nordic level. Like apparently the Nordic LARPers are the most hardcore, and that makes sense because those guys are just hardcore. Like they're the people who brought us black metal and like just looking satanic as fuck. And they're the ones who started all the festivals. So yeah, that makes perfect sense, man. Although we're gonna pretend to be this and that festivals. So apparently Nordic LARPing is at the cutting edge of LARPing. Like my cat is so skilled at LARPing that he could easily be a member of one of those troops, no doubt. I always felt like LARPing was just too hardcore. Like I liked the grounding of a storyteller and I liked the grounding of like dice mechanics. Ow, your claws are in my flesh, you little shit. Stop. You must stop killing my feet, but Lord. Try to sit here and have a conversation. Yeah, LARPing is hardcore. I mean, LARPing is like, I remember LARPing when I was like 8 years old. Like, I imagine I could still like imagine on that level, but it's second nature when you're a kid. Yeah, I definitely don't. There's no contact LARPs. There's several no contact LARPs. But yeah, there are also LARPs where you do like the go through the motions of hitting people and stuff. And yeah, and then there are the ones where they're battle simulations, so there's still like all these rules, even though it's ostensibly LARP. Like there's rules for hitting the arm and hitting the leg and like hitting a gut and like there's so much damage that each weapon does and like it's like that's a lot of simulation for a LARP. I thought the whole point of the LARP was to like divorce yourself from those mechanics. So some of those are in a weird place. Um, that's some of the stuff I'm studying and trying to understand in my doctoral research is better understanding what TRPGs are, what exactly LARPing is, and like when does a LARP stop being a LARP? Those kinds of questions. And yeah, like the ones that involve a lot of like hitting with foam weapons and like you have referees who are like keeping track of people's battle damage and shit. Yeah, that I don't understand how that's a LARP. Um, to me, a LARP is like very few props, very few anything. The only thing you need, as far as I can tell, in a LARP is you need space. Like you need space to actually be able to walk around and like pretend you're in a bar or whatever. But other than that, um, like the rules are supposed to be fast. Like a lot of those just do paper rock scissors, just like super quick way to adjudicate stuff. Oh, I'm bored, not tired. Got it. I'll just go outside then. Fuck it. Exactly. And that's the thing. And that's another thing is that there's dynamics. There's really interesting dynamics where sometimes I've played tabletop sessions where we never rolled a single die and we role played our asses off, dude. Absolutely role played our asses off. And then I've played sessions of the same campaign that were super dice heavy, super rules heavy, super strategy focused. And that's one of the reasons that I really like TRPGs is because they allow for those kinds of dynamics. To where if you want to go all immersive roleplay face and be borderline LARP with costumes and shit, it's okay. And if you want to go more battle, more war game simulation route and do like a big drawn out battle with like miniatures and shit, you can. And if you want to just focus more on like storytelling and like building a world together, you have that option, and that can all happen within the same session. That can all happen within the same session. That's what's really fascinating. And I feel like with LARPing, it's harder to do that because there's just way more emphasis on immersion. Way more emphasis on immersion. And immersion just kind of makes the claim, I think, in most people's minds that that means as few props as possible, as few rules as possible, as few mechanics as possible. But man, those loose rules are scary. I've heard the weirdest stories I've heard about LARPs are when people actually like wanted to kill another character and stuff like that when it was no longer just about role play and like they actually wanted to do something that like really impacted the story, the emergent story and the events going on at the time. I remember well let me grab a drink and I'll be right back. like 2 minutes. Okay, shoot. I need to wet my whistle. Okay, forgive me. What was I talking about? I am the worst. I do not know why I forget the thread of conversation so easily. It is sad. Now you're gonna have to sit there and like type out a summary, like you're thinking about what the summary is going to be, and then trying to type it out. I'm so sorry, Russ Bob. I'm an addled fool. I blame feeling like crap. I'm going to cite feeling like crap. It's okay. Mine did too. Now I don't feel as bad. If both of our minds blanked on it, it's okay. Okay, now I remember. Now I remember. Now I remember. Um, a friend of mine was talking about a time that he went to a LARP in New Orleans Halloween night. This was during the '90s, much like Project Zomboid here. He was playing a vampire. He had a vampire LARP character for their Mind's Eye Theater, and he had a Malkavian. He had a Malkavian that he played, and he actually went to a few of these conferences, and he went to a few of these events where they actually did, because this was the World of Darkness heyday. Like this was the World of Darkness like golden age, when like The Crow was in theaters and shit, and like gothic punk was just at its zenith. Um, and he said that these two players, like he had managed to set this thing in motion as his Malkavian, and a Malkavian is a vampire. Every Malkavian in Clan Malkavian is insane. Like they all have some kind of derangement. Like none of them are mentally well. Like that's the clan weakness, is that every member that gets embraced into that clan loses their minds. Um, so he was just going around kind of just messing with people, and he managed to get this rumor going, that this particular vampire was going to betray another vampire man, and he managed to bring it to like every scene, and like every room in the place had like its own scene and like things going on. And apparently, he managed to convince this werewolf that there was some kind of like plot against their cairn, and then like this werewolf went and killed this vampire, and like it just led to this major shit show. And eventually, this elder Gangrel like left his little roleplay circle and was like, "What is happening?" And like he actually went and like investigated and tracked down like um my friend's character, man, and actually staked him and killed him for like setting the whole thing in motion and getting one of his children killed. It was really funny, and like apparently that stuff never happens, and like one dude lost like his elder character, like a dude who had been like role playing in those circles forever, and like his character got killed by a werewolf, man. And I was like, oh shit, like that stuff usually never happens in those larps. Like usually nobody ever dies, nobody ever like actually fights each other. Like usually it's just pure role play and immersion. But like when people started declaring that they were going to start fighting and killing and stuff, like a referee had to step out and like adjudicate the rules, and like it was based on If they had the same stats, like if you had the same dice pool, they would do paper rock scissors. But basically, the person with the best dice pool won. So if you had a combat oriented character in that setting and you did decide to start killing people, you kind of just laid waste. And I was like, man, that's so awkward. Like, I don't like that about LARP. I feel like LARP can explode because people are people. Like, if you've got a bunch of people who play it well and like don't break those rules, that's great. But I feel like sooner or later someone's gonna have a bad night. Something's gonna happen to where like the limitations of LARP are gonna be laid bare. And the cool thing about tabletop role playing games is you can scale back the rules. Like you don't have to use every rule as written in the game. Like you can 100% say, "Oh, I'm only going to worry about these rules. I'm only going to worry about that rule. I'm going to leave a bunch of these mechanics out." Like I noticed that most people basically just don't really worry about eating and drinking very much. Like they don't really keep track of food that often because it's just kind of a pain in the ass. So they usually don't worry about those kinds of mechanics. Some people do, but most people just don't care. So I feel like people just do a lot of that stuff naturally. But to just say we're going to throw out all these rules and then they're not going to be there when something hairy happens, I think that's kind of wild. I love just kind of free floating it until something really weird, until a player really decides to do something interesting, and then I'm like, okay, we need some rules. Yeah, dude, rations, that's such a tedious thing to keep track of. Like, it doesn't keep you immersed in the world. Like, it doesn't really do anything. And the players that take it seriously are like interrupting the storyteller and like interrupting other players just to mention how many rations they have and shit. I'm like, dude, he was just role playing. He was just in character. Like, he was just killing it. And you just stopped all of us to mention how many rations you got left, my dude. Or like anytime I even wanted to do like a story, I did one story element once when I was doing Pathfinder. I've never actually ran a D&D game. I've run a bunch of Pathfinder. Like I did 3 years of just solid Pathfinder. Um, but I remember I did one hunger based thing, and then like one of the characters, like one of the like most min max petty characters, was like, "I want one of those rings of sustenance." And anytime I ever tried to bring up food ever again, he's like, "I've got a ring of sustenance. I've got a ring of sustenance. I've got a ring of sustenance." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Like I wanted to be so petty and just have someone like cut off the hand with the ring and be like, "You don't have a ring of sustenance now, motherfucker. You're now hungry. Deal with it." Thankfully, I'm not that kind of GM, but holy shit, that was really starting to get annoying after a while. Got a ring of sustenance. Fucking hell. It is annoying, dude. And that's why most people don't even care about those things because it just leads to people being weird about things that don't really matter, like at all. Alright, I guess it's that time again. We're just gonna just make a nice pile of digital stuff. There we go. So much stuff, man. Nice. There you go. That's good storytelling. That's making good use. That seems legit. Dude, so much stuff. No wonder my character's like straight overburdened. It's got all the stuff. Good God. pile over here. Oh yeah, this can go over here. I guess we can put some of this stuff in the shed. We went through so much trouble to clean the living room. Faceplant would be so upset to know I've cluttered it again. That's good. I usually just like there to be some kind of narrative. Like, the ranger and the fighter occasionally go hunting. And they manage to get enough food to get the party by. You know, or the druid forages. So between the game, y'all manage to shoot. And the stuff they're able to gather, you know, you're able to eat. And then you've got just like no-brainer stuff like the cleric can literally make food and water every day. Like the cleric can literally pull a Jesus and produce enough food, water and bread for everybody to at least have one solid meal a day. And if we're talking like Middle Ages, that's pretty much all people were getting anyway. It's about as good as it gets. Yeah, dude. Like, that's why I always try to encourage people to have a cleric in their party, man. So you can 100% take advantage of those kinds of spells. But yeah, but between a druid and a cleric, it's just assumed that the party has what they need. At least that's just always how I kind of envisioned it. Now it's different if you have like a bunch of fighters and rogues and stuff, and none of them really have survival skills. Yeah, it might make them feel pressures like that. Like, not in urban settings, but if they went out into a wilderness setting, yeah, it might make them feel some pressure. Like, what are you gonna eat, dudes? Oh, what's it? No, what are you gonna eat? Like, I won't necessarily make them keep track of rations and stuff, but I will make them produce, like, some kind of rationale for how they're eating. Yeah, there you go. You can just boil some taters in a pot, man. I don't think Samwise had any ranger skills, but he clearly knew how to find wild potatoes and cook them. And catch a rabbit, which, you know, to be honest, it's pretty legit. Ooh, it's getting chilly. I'm gonna have to jog a little just to stay warm. Dude, when I've been at my poorest, at my absolute poorest as an undergrad, I would go buy a sack of potatoes, man. I would go buy a sack of potatoes from the grocery store, and I would not boil them. I would microwave them. I would microwave them until they were just this, like, you could push them in with your finger. And I would just mix in butter and like whatever I had. Beans, corn, like canned stuff. And I would just eat that. Sometimes I would buy tortillas and I would just wrap it up and make like just this little bullshit burrito, man. But, dude, potatoes will get you by. Like, you can't literally live off of potatoes, but if you have a little bit of butter and stuff, you can. You can literally live off of that. It literally gives you all of the vitamins and minerals you need. Not potatoes alone. Let me say that clearly into the camera, into the mic. You need butter and a couple other things, but it's pretty close to everything you need to live. It is pretty crazy how close the potato is to everything you need nutritionally. I want to say potato with potato and actual butter, you actually get everything you need to survive. Like just barely get everything you need to survive. It's nuts. Potatoes really are a superfood. Oh, that guy has an axe in his back. Sir, you have an axe in your back? I'm about to add you to my collection. Dude, we have found so many hand axes this run. Like, I'm actually kind of hyped about how many hand axes we have found this run. This game is just telling me, like, in the most direct way possible, become an axe god. Become a deity of the axe. It really is trying to tell me that. Oh, I saw a map. Gotta keep reading them Louisville maps. How much Louisville have we uncovered? We gotta ask the important questions. Oh shit, we only have like 2 sections of Louisville left. We've got March Ridge, and I forget what the other one is called. We will explore other towns. That is something I've never done in Project Zomboid. I've never made it to another town. I've always died before I was fully ready to leave Moldra to explore other places. I am looking to fix that. Dude, look at all these maps we were finding. Jesus Christ. Security at bank got guns. Oh. That's interesting. We're gonna have to go check that out. We just been given a side quest, my lads. We've just been given a side quest. Like, we're gonna have to check on that at some point. I would love that to have a nice little stash of guns. Alright, anyway. Back to exploring. Okay, I think we looked through this one. Pretty sure we did. I remember the lack of a door. I distinctly remember the lack of a door. We are finding skill books. It's only a matter of time. Oh! Supposed to say, where are you? That's definitely the sound of an aggro zombie. I can tell. Dude, there are so many clumps of zombies in this area. God dang. Alright. So this is happening. Ooh-wee. We have actually found a few different kinds of pistols. That's kind of fun. Those actually have really good wind resistance. Let's see, do I have anything to snack on? Is the beef stick all I had? Is the dehydrated meat stick all I had? Shit, man. Starvation imminent. Mm. Wow, that one's got a spear through her. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Yeah, yeah. I'm still processing that. I've been playing a little bit almost every day. I did a competitive match a couple days ago, and I won. I totally carried his Torb, as usual. But at the same time, like, Overwatch 1 has been so badly handled that they really do just kind of, like, need to let it quietly lay it to rest. Yeah, man, you should definitely play some before October 4th. 100%. People are just as whiny and toxic as ever, but it's honestly fun. It's honestly fun. And, you know, I'm curious to see what changes they make in Overwatch 2. Oh, God. I have no doubt that I'll play it. I mean, it'll be free to play. I'll probably have like 8 accounts. Yeah, Ryan is still fun. Ryan is still a fun character to play. My Overwatch playing decreased considerably when the Doomfist and Brig meta arrived, and it just felt awful to play Ryan. When it stopped being fun to play Ryan, I started to hate the game. And like, one of the good things about Overwatch 1 right now is you can go in and play as Ryan, and it is fun. It's still like entirely too easy to just charge and like throw the entire game, but otherwise it's pretty good. Like, there's still Reinhardts who just throw because they just charge entirely too much. So I am glad that in Overwatch 2 you're going to actually be able to cancel your charge. Like, you're not going to be committed every single time. And granted, that's what separated decent Ryan players from phenomenal Ryan players, was the ability to actually get value out of charges. But yeah, it's going to be so nice to realize that that was a terrible time to charge and just be able to cancel it. To just be able to stop. Yeah, no, I love playing Ryan. I love Orisa, but Orisa has rarely felt viable. So I'm actually excited at the prospect of becoming an actual Orisa main. I tried to be an Orisa main, and it just she was never in a position to be viable for that. Like it never made sense. There was a brief period where there was an Orisa Hog meta, and that was a beautiful meta. But it came and went, man. That meta came and fucking went. Yeah, they went a little overboard with how she's supposed to be, but at the same time, like that would be a natural aspect of her programming as well. She would become more aggressive. Like her personality would become scarier over time because she's like an AI. She's like she would pick up the speech patterns and stuff of really brutal people over time. So yeah, I can imagine her becoming more brutal. But they should definitely like talk about that. I did see some of her. I did hear some of her voice lines, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. She sounds like she's about to drag the team into a back alley and just like murder them brutally. That's hilarious. But yeah, she should be tougher. She should be scarier. Is this supposed to be a sequel? Like time has passed. Arisa ought to be a bad bitch after some good training. Between freaking Torbjorn and Reinhardt, man, she should be saying all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, I heard some of the voice lines, man. I have heard some of the voice lines. She's like, "I am Orisa. You should not forget the name." And I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, damn. Why you gotta flex, Orisa? What's up with the flex?" But you know, that's where they want her to be. And they did hint that she would be constantly learning and adjusting her behavior and actions based on what other people did. That's like the whole point of Echo, that she's trying to constantly learn how to be a unique individual by figuring out how to be everybody else. Robots are just weird like that. Robots are just strange. That's the that's the only take I've got. Robots, they're weird. And like, someone who's been working with this kind of technology a little bit, like AI technology is so flawed. And now you have these entrepreneurs who are like, artists are dead. AI are going to be able to make all the art now. I'm like, you're so stupid. You're so dumb. Like, for strictly commercial purposes, yeah, that shit'll be pretty lit. But mostly for companies that can't really afford to hire a good artist to do good art in the first place. Yeah, dude. No, the uprising is definitely coming. Oh, it's raining, finally. I have been waiting a hot minute for it to rain, so that's kind of exciting. I might need to throw another. And I've got 2 rain barrels, we're good. Tempted to make a 3rd rain barrel, but we'll hold out. I don't think we need that just yet. But I should take a bath since it's raining. That's where we're at in the zombie apocalypse. Ah, it's raining at last. Hygiene. Oh wow, I'm still hungry. Okay. chomp, chomp, crunch, crunch, crunch. But you know, I should probably go kill those zombies that were chasing me. So tedious. But yeah, I want to get some Orisa time in for sure. Even if they turn her into the nastiest personality in the entire game. After seeing some of the Orisa play in Overwatch 2, I'm like, yeah. I think I'm going to become an Orisa main, I'm pretty sure. Because that shit looked awesome. She gets a spear, dude. She gets to throw a spear. Like, and it's actually anti-air, which is fucking insane. Like, that is so fat. Like, I was watching this dude just, like, consistently just gack Pharah again and again with Orisa, man. Like, she was already pressuring her with her gun. But then she would pull that spear out and just, like, bop. I'm like, oh, fuck. Damn, that spear is fat. Dude, that looks so cool. And then she does that spin thing where she basically has like Sigma's damage barrier. And that's definitely cooler than Fortify. I'm not gonna lie. Fortify has always been disappointing. Like, it was always cool that you could just like ignore all the movement based stuff and negate a lot of damage, but like it was always just kind of boring. Like, it wasn't fun. Like, they actually tried to make the tanks fun. And that's a really good idea. Because I went from being a Rein main to an Orisa main to a Rein main to a Torb main. Because I got tired of tanking. Tanking was just not fun. Like, I actually like the tank role, but they managed to make it so unfun. Ooh, oh shit, there's two of them. Whoa. Actually scary. Two of them like that is actually kind of scary. There was a real risk there of being scratched. I think that was most of the ones that chased me. We'll play some Overwatch 2, man. We will play some together. We'll figure out what your main is. Oh, weird angle. Let me fix that. There we go. Whew. Word. It's going to be a different game, man. Like, McCree's not going to have his obnoxious stun. I'm really excited about that. I have complained about McCree's stun for so long. Like, McCree is just one of, like, he's a great character, and I should be calling him Cass. My bad. Cass is a great character, but, like, just the way his kit was built. Just the way his kit was built is just so annoying. Like, actually annoying. Like, because it started with, like, the original premise of Overwatch was like, hey, you can play this FPS style game and not necessarily be that great at FPS. So they gave Hanzo his scatter arrow, and they gave McCree his stun. But it's just absolutely ridiculous how you could stun somebody and then press right click and pretty much kill everyone in the game. And and you could just shut down like every kit of every other character in the game. Yeah, I remember they got rid of scatter arrow and it was great. But the stun though, the stun was so annoying. Yeah, they had the sense to get rid of scatter arrow. They had the sense to make that more skill-based. But I just don't think they could think of what to do with Cassidy. They could not think of what to do with him. So they just didn't do anything with him. And he's just always been annoying. You have this guy who can press E and then right click and kill pretty much every character in the game. And shut down every like cool ult. Like, oh, you want to play Genji? Too bad. He's going to press E and then right click, and you're going to be dead every single time. Every single time. Like, that's... Oh, boy. Fun game. That's why I've always just moaned every time I've watched anybody play Genji. I'm like, Genji he's a cool character. And like, I bet he's a lot of fun to play, but he just gets absolutely shit on by Cassidy, man. He just gets shit on. Nobody ever deflects his stun. Like, nobody ever does that. They just get flashbanged and wrecked. Like, absolutely wrecked. So I'm glad the stun's going away. I'm glad that Ryan is going to be able to cancel his charges. Orisa looks fun to play. I'm a little concerned with Hog. Hog has always had like a ridiculous amount of hit points, and now he just has like, in Overwatch 2, he has like an absolutely mind-boggling amount of health. Like an absolutely mind-boggling amount of health. And they made Doomfist a tank, which is amazing. They actually made Doomfist a tank. Which makes a lot of sense. He probably should have always been a tank. Yeah, he'll still have his breather. Like, he'll basically have the same kit. He'll just have more health, and his breather will heal even more. Like, they just amplified everything that he does already. They just gave him more health, made his breather do more. Yeah, dude. Like, it's crazy. Like, the amount of ult charge you will be able to farm off him now is just astronomical. Did not work the way I wanted. My brother in Christ, you have a hunting knife in your gut. Oh. Someone be smacking on some windows. Ooh, high-end camera. Nice. We take those. Or the Satan herself is going to be more Malice. Yep. Oh, that's another thing. May will not be able to completely freeze people solid. She'll only be able to slow them down. Yeah, May is getting a huge debuff. I always felt like that was broken. I always felt like that was crazy broken. I remember getting frozen so many times while playing Reinhardt and being like, oh yeah, this feels like bullshit. This feels like absolute bullshit. Oof. You're putting in work. We're gonna have to get back home pretty soon. I would like to explore one more house. Gold wristwatch. Fancy. Moon Madness. That might be fun to watch. When we have power again. I don't know when that's actually going to happen. Oh. I believe we've been made, lads. Oh, they appear to not give a shit. That's fun. Damn. Alright, that's our cue to Splitsville. Our character's getting tired. There's zombies showing up. Yeah, we're outies. It's been fun, champs, but we're not dying tonight. Not today. That's what you say to the god of death. We're just going to casually walk home. We're not going to acknowledge the zombies behind us. We're just going to keep walking with dignity. Ooh, there's some bad weather. That weather report did say clouds were rolling in. Probably should have heeded that. But yeah, you are correct, Rustbot. That is in fact happening. May is in fact getting huge debuff in that she will no longer be able to freeze people solid. That is just some of the best news ever. Yeah, that's so good. Now they just need to do something with the immortality field because it's always been kind of broken. Oh, here's the chick with the spear in her. Neat. Or guy. It's whatever. It's a pair of scissors. I didn't know you could make spears from scissors. That is interesting. Spear with scissors. Yeah. No, I still think that her Blizzard ult should still freeze people solid, but just her gun doing that was always so broken. It was meant to be a counter to Hog, but unfortunately it was a counter to everybody. It always just felt so broken. Basically, yeah. Yeah, I think so too. That seems fair. Ugh, glad to be back. Getting dark and the weather's rough. Woof. We didn't get as much that time, but the weather went shitty, so it's just as well. Got that good loot though. Holy heck. Our character is tired. Yeah. Yeah, they just needed... Lamp just felt brainless. And Lamp was just so frustrating. Like, Lamp is still really annoying when you try to make a big play and they're just like, nope, I pressed E. I pressed the E key so you don't get to do that thing that you just tried to do. Crap's always annoying. So we need to wash up. A big fancy rain barrel just for this. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, his window was annoying too. When he would use it, when Bap would solo ult with his window and he's the only one shooting through it, yeah, that was so triggering. That's still annoying. That is 100% annoying. Like, dude, did you seriously just ult with your window just for you to use it? That's hilarious. Huge plays, Bap. Huge plays. Absolutely massive. Yeah, dude, I've seen some of the most whack BAP windows, dude. Some of the absolutely most whack BAP windows. That is so true. That is 100% true. Like, dude, what is this window? Holy shit, dude. That's fucking hilarious. That's one of those things, man, that just So trolly. Just putting map windows in just the absolutely dumbest places. I still miss Symmetra 2.0. Symmetra 2.0 was the most trolly thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I have never seen anybody troll harder than a Sim 2.0 main. Holy shit. When you could make the entire team teleport off the side of the map. You remember that shit, Russ Bob? When you had to worry about Sims putting their TPs in the worst possible places to where the whole team would come back. They think they'd be coming back from a res, and then they would just fall off the side of the map. Remember that? When you thought it would be the most clutch play ever, instead you would just die all over again. Dude, just a little bit of trolling. Just a little bit of trolling, dude. They could not get rid of that fast enough. I remember sim mains tilting and just killing the entire team with their TP. Holy shit, dude. That was fucking incredible. What were they thinking? Like, what was the team actually thinking, man? Oh my god. No, I just remember when Doomfist and Brig ruined the entire game. Like, I remember that. Like Doomfist ruined it kind of a little bit, kind of a lot. And then Brig completely destroyed it. Like, Brig completely destroyed the game. And it wasn't even her fault. It wasn't even like the character's fault. It was just how brain dead the developers were. When Brig came into the game, she had a stun. She had a stun. And not only was it a stun, but it was a stun that was so powerful that it could stun Rein out of his charge. It could stun Rein out of his charge. I remember trying to main Reinhardt, and I had Doomfist and Brig just completely destroying my butthole. Like, it was so awful. Alright, my cat is about to, like, unplug all of my plugs. Saber, what are you doing, man? What is this? What are you doing, man? You need to stay away from my plugs, my dude. And yeah, that was awful. Like, I remember being literally knocked into the air. Knocked into the air by Doomfist. And then stunned by Brig. And then, like, boofed by Lucio. And then, like, hacked by Sombra. Like, all in the space of, like, 2 seconds. And I was like, wow. Wow. Playing Reinhardt is, like, the worst thing in the world right now. That's when, like, a lot of people I know who, like, played Reinhardt and, like, main Reinhardt and stuff, like, just stopped playing Overwatch. Like, that was the end of their Overwatch careers. Playing Reinhardt and getting just absolutely shit on. So I am the casual Hanzo skin. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to Rein being fun to play again. I would love to just really do a lot of tank. I love the idea of playing tank in Overwatch 2 because you're the only tank player. I actually like that idea of being a tank main in Overwatch 2. That actually sounds a lot less painful. It sounds like tanks are actually finally going to get their due. But I've also heard that they really need to really buff the supports. Now, right now, it sucks to play supports right now, which is sad. Sucks to play tank in Overwatch 1, but apparently it sucks to play support in Overwatch 2. So they better do some stuff to make playing support fun, or no one's gonna want to play support, and you're just gonna have the same problem all over again, but with supports. So hopefully they'll figure it out. Yeah, I love playing support, man. I love when I play Overwatch 1. I've been playing a lot of Ana. Like when I log in and play Overwatch 1, I've been playing almost exclusively Ana. Ana is so much fun. And like you can actually practice and get better at Ana. Like it's actually worth it to like put time into playing her because you can get better at sleep darts and aiming, and it's fucking lit. Like Ana is one of the most fun characters I've ever played. Period. Ana is so much fun. Pretty much. They mostly just nerf the supports. Yeah, dude. Like Ana is so good. And she's probably one of the few viable supports in Overwatch 2 right now because she's the only one who probably has the healing output that the tanks need now that they've all gotten their HP buffed and shit. Ana's probably more needed than ever. Dude, I remember when they nerfed Mercy into the ground. Absolutely nerfed Mercy into the ground. That was so fucked up. It's like, how are you gonna make this character and like design her and make her a must pick character and then just decide that, oh well, she's not the kind of competitive thing we're looking for. We don't like that Mercy does as much healing as Ana. So we're just gonna we're just gonna nerf the absolute shit out of her. Like they were professional. Oh hey, what's up, Clumsy Mobile Gaming? Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the chat. We're just sitting here complaining about things that have nothing to do with Project Zomboid. I hope you don't mind. Welcome. It's nice. But yeah, we're just chilling, man. Russ Bob and I are talking about Overwatch 2. We used to play a lot of Overwatch 1. It's actually how I met Russ Bob. So we're hoping that Overwatch 2 will be good. Sorry if you have no interest in Overwatch 1 or 2, but that's what we're talking about while my character does burpees. But how are you doing? Saver, my cat says hello. Are you saying hi to Clumsy Mobile Gaming? Good. Local Southern America watches this cool stream. Love it. That's a solid blurb. Yeah, hailing from Texas over here. Good to know you. Hey, Saber. Normally I would fast forward through the burpees, but I have to pet a cat. Surely you guys understand. Cat petting, it's important. Saber, I've got to interact with my stream. I've got to interact with the stream, my man. And yes, that is my cat in the slideshow. That is the fruit of 100 follows. It is, in fact, required. It actually is, Russ Bob. You gotta pet a cat, man. I was meeting with a bunch of bigwigs in a Zoom meeting earlier, man, and it never fails. Saver has to jump up and start screaming. Luckily, people love seeing him on cam. It's never gotten me in trouble. Saber. Excuse me. Are we halfway? Yes, we are over halfway to strength level 5. Hell yeah. Holy crap, guys. I have had to grind from literally 0 strength and fitness. 0. Not 1. 0 strength and fitness. And I am almost to where I would normally be just starting out with an unemployed character. Holy moly. We are getting there, though. That's so exciting. That is going to be... And I almost want to have some kind of stream special. We made it to 5 fitness and 5 strength special. Like, I feel like that's almost worthy of some kind of event. Because it has been a grind. No, they don't. About the only thing they get is that 5 strength and fitness, and usually they get an XP bonus to grinding it. I think that XP bonus is going to appear once I'm here. I hope. Because that's like one of the few things that the unemployed even gets. But I don't think we're going to get it as long as we still have out of shape and feeble. I'm hoping that that's how it works out. Ooh, it's raining even harder. Heck. I want to go out and do some more looting, but I know that the zombies are going to be a problem. That is true. That is in fact 100% the case. There are Ohioans present. I see that you're able to sense them through the force. Impressive. Most impressive. Yeah. Somehow you have been sensed. I don't know how, but apparently that happened. How did you know, Clumsy Mobile? I can't help but be curious. Do you just have an Ohio sense, like Spider-Man? Oh no! What is happening? Oh, so many neat things happen when a new follower comes. I love it. Yeah, I guess we just gotta get out here and get it done. Wait, how am I instantly heavy? Okay, I got a bunch of crap. That's fair. Let me get rid of the crap real quick. Book. uh, that's mildly sus, but I'll go with it. I'll go with it. That's just funny though, because there's actually been a few Ohio jokes in and out of this chat over time, so it's actually really funny that you say that. It's actually really, really funny that you say that. I guess we can just kind of put all this stuff here for now. That's a fancy camera. Like circa 93. We could find a good Polaroid camera circa 1993. Taking them quick pics. Oh yeah, I've got a spear on me, no wonder. I was a fool to think I was ready to leave. There we go. That's starting to look better. We might actually be able to loot some stuff now. Oh wow. Dang. There's some animosity for Ohio going on in some parts of the world. But I'm from Texas, and there are a lot of people who just don't like Texas, so I get it. Alright, let's see if we can go get a little more progress done. I'm actually going to have to call it a stream real soon. It's later than I thought. But I've been having so much fun chatting with you guys. I completely lost track of time. But I will definitely be back on again tomorrow. Let me see if there's a couple of zombies nearby that I can kill real quick. Oh, that is unfortunate. Is that true, Rust Bob? Have state taxes gone up in Ohio? That's unfortunate if so. People are hurting right now. People shouldn't be raising taxes. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to kill these two zombies and then call it a stream. My girlfriend will be getting off work soon. She's going to be like, 1, why are you streaming tonight? And 2, or why are you still streaming? Not that she's anti-stream or anything, but yeah, I'm definitely streaming outside of my normal time band right now. But hey, I picked up a follower, so I'm glad to have done it. Alright. Yeah, let's head back to base and settle down. Okay, gotcha. Not currently a taxpayer. Oh, you pay income tax. You pay sales. Well, not income tax. Well, I mean, you do pay a little income tax. You do pay income tax. And you do pay sales tax, Rust Bob, for sure. We are all taxpayers. For sure. And yeah, the cost of living is all going up. Taxes going up. Cost of living going up. Wages not so much. Good times. But I wish everybody the best. Goodwill never decreases in value. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I know lots of Fed people who aren't making any money either, man. It just really depends on what crody job you've got, or if you're like actually doing some good or not. Anyway, I could rant about that stuff forever. I do need to head out. Rust Bob, thanks for the chat. Clumsy Mobile Gaming, thanks for the chat and the follow. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome, and I will be back here tomorrow, 7 to 10 CST. So yeah, sorry to duck out just now, Clumsy Mobile. You caught the end of the stream. But I will definitely be back tomorrow. I typically stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but I was homesick for work today, so I went ahead and did a bonus stream. And yeah, again, I'm glad I did it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got to meet you. And yeah, I hope to see you again. It's been fun, guys. Have a wonderful night. Take care of each other. Yeah, dude. Don't let work turn you into a skull, man. Stay chill, and yeah, man. Drop by when you can. If not, much love. Y'all take care.